What's good, everyone? We're back talking fantasy football. The next division on my list is going to be the AFC North. First up, we have the Baltimore Ravens. And what can you say about Lamar Jackson? He is just a game changer. He had over 100 yards rushing last night against Kansas City, about 275 yards passing with one TD. It was just so unfortunate that he didn't get that last TD. They lost by a toe. What a heartbreaker. But Derrick Henry, he was able to get in the end zone on the first drive of the game. I wish they would get that man a little bit more involved in the passing game, screen game in particular, somewhere between 3 and 5 opportunities more per game. But Justice Hill came in nicely. His volume was up, and he did well in the passing game. In my opinion, I think he's going to be a top waiver priority pickup this week. And if you need help at the running back position, or if you want to, trade bait, I would look to pick him up. Mark Andrews, disappointment for a lot of you. I think he's not 100% healthy, going back to that car accident he had about a month ago or so. So I think they put him more out there as a decoy this game. But Isaiah Likely really stepped in and had a massive game. It was just unfortunate that he didn't get that last TD at the end of the game. But he still had a monster game. And I would consider starting both tight ends until one of them gets the edge over the other. And Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers has the opportunity to be a top receiver in the league based off of the volume he gets, because after him, I'm not even too sure who their receivers are. I know they have Bateman. I'm not sure if they have Nelson Aguilar anymore, but so definitely those position players are, I would say, start them all. Maybe Justice Hill can go in your flex. Next would be Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, when healthy, we all know he's a top tier quarterback in the league. He has some issues right now with his receivers. So Jamar Chase is looking for a contract extension, might not play this week against New England. And I just got an alert that T. Higgins is going to that he is doubtful, so he's probably not going to play this week. He tweaked his hamstring in practice, which I'm not too sure who's left on their team. I know they have that receiver, Andre Iosivas, I believe that's his name, and the running back position isn't necessarily locked down either. I think they do have two, potential good backs, Zach Moss and Chase Brown, but I don't think neither one is the clear-cut running back moving forward. I think they're going to split carries and I guess maybe ride the hot hand. We'll see what the coach wants to do. We all know Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins. Those are absolute starters. I would probably start Moss this week just to see, because they gave him the starting spot. So we're going to see how he does. But keep Chase Brown stashed in your lineup on your bench for this week, just to, or maybe even flex. You never know. But definitely keep him on your roster if you have the opportunity to do so. Next would be Cleveland. Cleveland, I think, can be a sneaky good team. It's going to depend on Deshaun Watson, if he can stay healthy, and the chemistry he has with his players. So, unfortunately, Nick Chubb is out for the first month. I happen to draft him and stash him on my bench, hopefully, because he can give me that first round talent. Hopefully he can come back off his injury and get back to the old Nick Chubb and really kill the game out there and be a top tier running back. David Njoku, I think he's a good tight end. I would start him every week. He's kind of almost a boomer bust type of player, so just be careful. Make sure you have a backup tight end just in case. But first couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, I would start him with confidence and see where they go from there. So Amari Cooper, you got to start him every week. still a great player. I believe he's their number one wide receiver on the team. They just traded for Jerry Jeudy, who I think is going to be also a great option for Deshaun. So he's got weapons. Okay. I would also start Jerome Ford. I also picked him up as a handcuff to Nick Chubb. Start him with confidence. The Browns have a good line. I think he's going to do good in the absence of Chubb for the first month. And who knows? Maybe he'll go 5, 6, 7 weeks and Chubb will be eased in as the weeks go by. So we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. Next would be Pittsburgh. Man, their quarterback position is just unknown right now. But I earlier today had the urge to pick up Justin Fields just because he has that potential to be a good fantasy player. I don't have too much confidence in Russell Wilson, even though they named him the starter. Eventually, I think Fields is going to get on the field. I just think his fantasy value is a lot higher than Russell's. Okay, so I might stash Fields on my bench if you have an open spot. Najee and Jalen Warren, very good 1-2 combo. They complement each other well. Let's hope that their offensive line can hold up for them, though. If so, they can be pretty dangerous as well. Jalen Warren, I think, more in the passing game over Najee. So I don't know. I might go Jalen Warren if I had the choice. If I had the opportunity to pick one of them, I would probably start Warren more with confidence than Najee. But that's just me. You can let me know if I'm crazy or not. George Pickens, very good player. Unfortunately, hasn't had the opportunity to play with a good quarterback. Hopefully for them that can change this year. Pickup that they got in the draft, I believe it's Roman Wilson. I don't think he's playing this week. I think he's out. I wish the Steelers would have traded for Brandon Ayuk. I thought that would have been a nice compliment to their team. They would have had that 1-2 punch at wide receiver, but it didn't happen. So too bad. What am I missing out? Pat Freiermuth. I think he's a pretty good option as well. Good safety blanket for these quarterbacks who are still, I guess you would say, mediocre, whatever. I do like Pat Freiermuth. I would start him with confidence as well. And, I forgot I missed Cincinnati's tight end. I'm not even sure who they have right now. But maybe you guys could fill me in. Let me know if I missed anything. If you got any questions, ask. That's what this channel is about. I'm trying to engage in anybody who wants to talk fantasy to see if I can give you guys any knowledge that you might not know, that I might have, or vice versa. You see, because I think there's always room to grow and maybe learn new strategies. How are you trading? Why are you starting this player? And why are you benching this player? You know what I mean? So let me know. But as for now, that's all I can think of for the AFC North. And go Bills.